performance like we saw tonight.
I'm impressed. Dominating performance by Tim Tszyu, despite being knocked down on round number 1.
Very popular here in the
despite being, despite not getting a knockout here, headlining his first event on Showtime Boxing here in the States. He should, we're going to listen to the cards in the post-fight interview, he should go on to get a unanimous decision victory. Literally, he won every round. Pause it if you have to look at the punch stats. 749 thrown by Tim Tszyu, 236 landed. 587 thrown by Gausha, 163 landed. 93 body shots landed by Tim Tszyu, 29 by Gausha, and it seemed like a lot. Let me tell you something. That is, how can I say, that looks like that's going to be Tim Tszyu's calling card, the body shots, because they are crisp, they are fast, and they are accurate. Now, because of the level of competition he's been facing, and especially since the last 2 fighters that he's fought have been known to be tough fighters, Takashi Inoue, known to be a tough fighter. Terrell Gausha, despite both of these guys not being, winners or champions, known to be tough fighters. So I predicted that Tszyu wouldn't be able to stop. If Tszyu was to stop Inoue, I was going to be impressed. And if he was able to stop Gausha, I was going to be super impressed. Now, it's not saying that I'm not impressed. Tim Tszyu is good. He's good. He's now getting the rounds in. But as it stands right now, that's when he got dropped in round number 1. Remember, he was also dropped by Wade Ryan. But overall, he can fight. Dude has some real skills with him. Now, I'm not ready yet. And I understand he's got a lot of hardcore fans. But my opinion, I'm not ready yet to say that he beats a Jermell Charlo or Brian Castano. Not yet. However, you know what I want to see? I want to see Tim Tszyu against the winner of Sergio Garcia and Tony Harrison, which is supposed to be happening on April the 9th on the undercard of Erickson Lubin versus Sebastian Fundora. Tim Tszyu is in somewhat of an unofficial Showtime Boxing 154-pound tournament. May the 14th, you're going to have Jermell Charlo taking on Brian Castano in a rematch. Hold on, let me turn it up. Let's listen to the cards. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe.
In tonight's main event, we'll go now to your 3 judges at ringside. Your first, Robert Hecko, scores the fight 114-113. Judge Bill Lurch sees the fight 116-111. And your third and final judge, Patrick Morley, 115-112. All 3 have it for the winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated.
What is up with those cards? I mean, don't get me wrong. Gausha was
pretty dominant performance.
114-113.
Yeah, one judge drew that much closer than we would have anticipated, but clearly Tim Tszyu did enough to win it and gets his 21st victory. And I'll tell you, that was an impressive performance coming back.
Okay, we're going to listen to the post-fight interview. We're going to talk a little bit more about the fight. Oh, he's talking now to Jim Gray.
Congratulations. How would you assess your first fight here in the United States?
Oh, look, it was all so quick. It was good that I faced adversity for the first time and I was able to come back. I dug deep. All respect to my opponent, Terrell Gausha. He's one hell of a warrior and, he's just a true gentleman.
He sure is, and he fought a terrific fight. Let's take a look in the first round, Tim, and tell us what happened when Terrell caught you and knocked you down for just the second time in your career.
Yeah, look, simple flash knockdown, right on right. Got me in the perfect timing, He's a former Olympian. He's got great credentials, that's a great lesson for myself, and, I got back up and I dug deep.
And then you went into round 5 after you regained your composure, and you were very calm throughout this. Do you feel as though round 5 kind of turned things around for you, where you totally took control of this fight?
Oh, look, I was just enjoying myself. I felt in control the whole time, I kept the pressure on. I wasn't going to back down. He kept landing shots. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to keep coming forward and keep fighting.
How did you maintain your composure after what you said was a lesson there in the first round?
Oh, I just said, you know what, this is a new round. I have to dig deep and I have to catch up now, you know. And I felt like I did. I put the pressure on. I didn't take one step backwards. I kept going on.
You said in the production meeting to the guys that you felt you still had some things that you could learn and that you're still improving. In what areas do you think, after your assessment of this fight, you need to get better?
Everything and anything, you know. There's a lot more to learn. This sport there's so much to learn. You just gotta keep going, keep training hard, keep improving, and keep fighting warriors like Terrell Gausha.
And I know you'll be watching the unification match with tremendous interest. Do you have any thoughts on that fight coming up between Charlo and Castano too?
Look, I'll be definitely there. I'll be definitely watching. And I'm coming for the two boys. Whoever wants to come get it.
Tim, congratulations. Fun to watch you fight.
Yeah, thank you.
Terrell, if we can talk to you for just a moment. Tremendous performance by you this evening. In the first round, you caught him with that right hand. Did you think that was going to be how the fight went, and did you feel as though you had him in trouble?
I felt I had him in trouble. I tried to jump on him, but he a tough fucking fighter. I mean, he a tough fighter, sorry. Tough fighter. I take my hat off to him. He came prepared. I was ready for 12 hard rounds, too.
And you had an opportunity there in that first round. What changed in your mind the complexion of this fight?
I think I got a little too excited. I tried to jump on him, but he was in shape, so he recovered pretty good. And he just pressed the action. That's what he do. I knew he was gonna come like that, and we trained hard for that.
You're gonna leave with a lot more fans than you came in with. So what would you like to do next? You can hear them. You hear the applause here at the Armory from the fans here in Minnesota. What would you like to do next, Terrell?
I hope I gave the fans a great show.
You did.
I train hard, I put my heart out, so I'm happy with it. But I hate losing, but I went out like a champion.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Barry, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Jim, and indeed he did. He went.
So we're going to take a deep dive in to the rankings and everything, and talk about the fight. Because to be honest, Tim Tszyu is not going to get, from my understanding, he's not going to be getting. There was Tim Tszyu with main event Fox Australia's Tim Tszyu. Ben Damon. It's supposed to be Brock Murtazaliev IBF contender next to get their shot at Charlo Castano, then Tim Tszyu, then the winner of Lubin and Fedora. But we're going to talk to my colleague Big J and see what he has to think about the fight. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at T Street Controversy. Follow Big J on Twitter at Old Make Big J, and the WBC channel powered by the Vive Network. Links down below to everything right down below in the description box. Hold on, jump cut. We'll be right back. All right, we got my colleague on the line, Big J. What did you think about the fight? How did Tim Tszyu look to you?
Well, it's not the worst view we've ever seen, that's for sure. Good win, but exposed a lot of weaknesses. And I'm concerned about his chin, his power, and what actually happens when someone rushes him, because Terrell Gausha rushed him a couple of times, and a few rounds there, he looked like he was completely out of his depth. Like I've always said, in the earlier rounds, round number 1 and number 2, Tim Tszyu looks very amateurish, and that's how he got caught. Same when Wade Ryan, he got knocked down in the first round. If you jump on him straight away, Tim Tszyu could be easily destroyed. So that's what I think. A higher-level guy like a Charlo or Castano will easily deal with him. He's not at that level yet, by his own admission.
I mean, me personally, I think he looked phenomenal outside of getting knocked down. I think he looked really, really good, especially the body work and the way he went right out there after getting knocked down and started to try to knock out Terrell Gausha. But coming into the fight, I didn't think that he was going to be able to stop Terrell Gausha. And as I was talking about earlier, is that if he was to stop Terrell Gausha, I would have been like, oh shit, this is some really, really, like, it was already to me an impressive performance, but I would have really went a little bit further if I would have saw it stoppage. Now, Tim Tszyu is 21-0 with 15 KOs. I do have some questions about his power because, we do have Jeff Horn, who was over the hill. Battle tested. He stopped him in 8. Bowen Morgan, as you like to point out, the smaller fighter. Dennis Hogan coming off of a brutal beating, a layoff Then before that, a brutal beating against Jamal Charlo, and then a war against Jaime Munguia. Many people felt he should have won the Jaime Munguia fight. Steve Spark was a late step in, and the Japanese fighter Takashi Inoue was no better in regards to what he was supposed to be in there for than Terrell Gausha, because he was supposed to be an opponent to make Tim Tszyu look good, easy to hit. Regarding Terrell Gausha, Terrell Gausha fought exactly how I thought he was going to fight, except, you know, he had a little more aggression than I've seen him before. But either way, from what I've seen, you know, outside of Tim Tszyu getting knocked down, I had Tim Tszyu winning every round. You know, maybe you can find...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, maybe you can find one round
absolutely.
in there, but for the most part, I'm sorry, I had him winning every round outside of the knock.
Yeah, I thought 116, 111 was fair. 113, 114, 113, bullshit.
That was bullshit.
It was a lot.
Yeah, the cards were 114, 113.
116, 111.
113, 114, 113 by Robert Hecko.
Bullshit.
116, 111 by Bill Leach, and 115, 112 by Patrick Morley. So there you go. You know, there was one judge there that, you know, tried to give Terrell Gausha an extra edge.
Yeah, well, at least he didn't get robbed on the card, so that's always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So at least he did. I mean, yeah, it was bar the flash knockdown. It was a solid, dominant performance. As I said, there's a lot of weaknesses in his game. He needs a lot of improvement before he gets to that next level. Because if he gets to that next level now, he'll get destroyed.
Yeah. Now, Bakhram Murtazaliev, what they're doing is at the event, they're having two walkout bouts, two fights after Tim Tszyu Gausha, and Murtazaliev is one of those fights. I didn't, you know, so we don't know what's going on with that. He's probably on his way to the ring right now. But they're talking as if he's going to be able to jump the line to get a title shot against the Charlo Castagna winner. And we talked about it many times, to where I feel that it's going to be that Tim Tszyu is going to fight the winner of Tony Harrison, Sergio Garcia, which is taking place April the 9th on the undercard of Sebastian Fundora and Erickson Lubin, who are fighting to be the WBC mandatory. So let me break it down to the viewers and the fans of Tim Tszyu really quickly. Okay, so Tim Tszyu is the WBO mandatory. I have the rankings pulled up here on the screen. He's number one, but there's been a mandatory, a fighter who's been mandatory for those belts before him, and that's Bakhram Murtazaliev. Bakhram Murtazaliev has been fighting on Charlo undercards and what's supposed to be Charlo undercards, which is this this was supposed to be Charlo Castagna 2 tonight, and he is first in line to get his shot at all four titles. Then Tim Tszyu, then the winner of Erickson Lubin, Sebastian Fundora, from my understanding, and then the winner of Israel Madrimov versus Michelle Soro.
Michelle Masoro, yeah. So it's a long list of blokes that are lining up to get the shot at 154.
Correct.
But that's if Charlo Castagna doesn't go to a third one.
So exactly. So let's say, for example, the winner of Charlo Castagna. Okay, boom. Good chance they're going to be back sometime in the fall. You know, winner, one more fight this year. That's likely going to be the IBF mandatory. And if Tim Tszyu wants to fight whoever that winner is, if they're still around, whether it's Charlo Castagna or Murtazaliev, whoever has that belt, then Tim Tszyu gets his shot somewhere around what? February, March, April, May. I don't think it's going to be December this year.
Maybe.
What you talking about?
Yeah, February. Let's say February next year.
Yeah, you know, so around that time. You know, so in the meantime, Tim Tszyu's gotta stay busy. And, you know, Takashi Inoue, Terrell Gausha, and Tony Harrison, Sergio Garcia winner will be a great step up, because Tony Harrison was a former world champion. Sergio Garcia is very good and coming off of a loss, a close loss to Erickson Lubin. So, overall, though, do you feel that this was a performance that are going to have fans like, like Tim Tszyu, he's made his mark on the scene for an American fight?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't believe that anyone could say that he could take out the champion with a performance like that. But
I'm not ready to say that.
He's certainly got to that next level. He's got to that next level, and now he needs to get to the level next. Like, he's still a good 3 or 4 levels below the champions, but he's getting there. Now,
fans must understand and viewers must understand, this was supposed to be a showcase fight for Tim Tszyu. You know, Terrell Gausha was put there, match made for Tim Tszyu to win. Okay, so let's not get too excited. Like, oh, he beat Terrell Gausha. He looked phenomenal. Tim Tszyu did what he exactly what he was supposed to do, except get dropped.
Yeah. That's why I say it's not that great of a performance, because he shouldn't have got dropped against Terrell Gausha.
Yeah.
He should have got in there and smashed him. So when people go, oh, you're a Tim Tszyu hater, nah, fuck off. Look at the facts. He should have got in there and destroyed him and not get knocked down. So that's exposing the weaknesses. Remember when I said Liam Wilson had that loss coming 3 fights before it happened?
Yeah.
Tim's exactly in the same boat. And I called that, and I called that right, didn't I? I saw that coming, and he got knocked out by Joan Ninaway. Tzew's in the same boat. If he comes up against a champion now, he'll get destroyed. He needs a couple of more fights before he gets to that level.
Yeah, well,
so I think most people that would know boxing would agree.
As I said, the winner of Sergio Garcia, Tony Harrison, especially if it's Tony Harrison, because he's
great fight.
Yeah, he's a big super welterweight, and of course, he definitively beat Jamel Charlo. Some people may feel that he didn't, but he was a former world champion.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Tim Tszyu needs to fight. He needs, now he's done all these title contenders. He needs to actually fight former world champions, and there's plenty of them out there. So that's the next level he needs to focus on. So good win. Obviously around a C plus B minus level, but certainly not shit. At least it wasn't the worst debut we've seen. So I've got to give him that. So,
fans are gonna eat you up in the chat. But I'm going to say.
But so what? The more that let him eat me up. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a B plus. He would have been an A if he didn't get knocked down. I'm talking about from what I've seen. And basically what he was supposed. I'm rating it on what he was supposed to do against Gausha. Not saying he's a B plus super welterweight right now. I'm rating the performance. Like, all right, for a fighter like Gausha, you did very good. Like, what you were supposed to do outside of getting knocked down. And if he would have gotten the stoppage, man, to me, I would have been like, okay, like this guy's on the scene.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see people's rate it in the comments. What do you think? I'm going B minus. You're going B plus. Let's see what they have to say. Let's let
there you go. What do you guys rate it down below in the chat? In the comments, let us know, how do you rate Tim Tszyu's performance from A to F? And yes, plus and minuses do matter. So closing thoughts.
Joseph Goodall got our first knockdown winner on the undercard. Another Aussie bloke. So it's been a good day for the Aussies. Ebony won, Sky won, Tim won, Sonny Bill won earlier in the week, Joseph won. So it's been a good week for the Aussies. Hopefully Tim Tszyu gets up to that next level and just continues improving. So he's getting there.
And regarding,
so you can't really discredit that.
And regarding upcoming Aussie fights, you got Isaac Hartman, Mixed Rafa, the Maloney brothers, and who else are we missing? The return of
the Maloney brothers are on. Who's coming up? No, the Maloney twins, Mick versus Hardman, Shanika, and Jai Patai's in May. That's not for another couple of months. So there'll be a few others. Yeah, so busy.
All right, so we'll be going into more detail on everything, especially since in the next couple of weeks or so, we're going to be seeing a lot more news from Tim Tszyu and possibly what can be next, and we're going to be seeing a lot more interviews, and I'm sure main event's going to be all over him the next couple of days or so. So take your time out, like the video, subscribe, follow us on Twitter at T Street Controversy and Old Make Big J. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.